Hey guys, mail just came, so I got my new knife. I ordered a Boker CLB Keycom. Here it is. It's a tiny little thing. I wanted a small backup knife, something that I could pull out that wouldn't be as intimidating as one of my full-size blades. For instance, do a little size comparison here. You see, that's the blade of the Tenacious behind the Boker here, and the blade itself dwarfs this knife, so you can tell which one might be a little bit more intimidating. You pull it out in public, I think. I was looking at the Warcom and also the Subcom, but I decided to go with the Keycom because it was smaller and I like the blade design. It has an interesting design there, something a bit different. The overall length is 3 3/4 inches, fully open. The blade length is 1 1/2 inch. And the blade is made of AUS 8. I think everybody by now pretty much knows the difference in steels. AUS 8's a middle of the road steel. Sharpens very easily. Holds a decent edge. It's not great, but it's a decent steel. I like AUS 8 because it's very, like I said, it's very easy to sharpen. And I put a lot of hard use on my knives, so I tend to sharpen them a lot. And I want that to be as easy as possible. Like, steels like S30V are great at edge retention, but they are more difficult to sharpen. The handle material is made of FRN. Has like a smooth scale and then a textured area around it. It is kind of slick. The texturing, and I wouldn't say it's too effective, but it's definitely better than none. It's a frame lock design, so you can see it's the first frame lock I've ever had, and it's pretty cool. It works well. It's definitely visually appealing compared to something like a liner lock. They do make an all-black version of this. At the time I purchased it, your corner store only had the bead blasted version, so I just picked this up. I wasn't about to hunt around. It has a nice pocket clip, squared. It's actually kind of similar. Let me bring the Tenacious back in. Somewhat similar to a spider coat clip. It's strong and it works well. It rides in the pocket nice. The clip goes all the way up, almost to the top, so you only have a small section of the top that actually shows over the edge of your pocket. Talk about the jimping on the back here. This jimping is not too effective because it's rounded. I would prefer that would be sharper, more squared off jimping. It also has a little bit of jimping here on the blade itself, which I would say that this tightly grooved jimping here is probably more effective than these big rounded pieces. But the most of your traction that you're going to gain is from the choil area anyway. When you lock your finger in there, it's really going to be difficult to get the blade to come, or your hand to come forward onto the blade because of the design there. You see how far that extends down, and your finger locks in pretty tightly there. Also, there's jimping on the lock itself, which helps. With a knife this small, it's really not, I don't think there's anything to worry about. You're not going to be doing any real hard work with this. It's just a little key size knife, so I think it's more than adequate. The choil area alone is going to keep your finger locked in there. It comes with a key ring already attached to it. I'll probably be taking that off of there because I don't plan to use it on my keys. I'll probably just throw a little lanyard on there. Yeah, overall it's pretty cool. I haven't tested the edge yet, but I do have a piece of paper here. Bring in. See if I can't. It's sharp, but I wouldn't say that it's. Let me see if it actually is shaving sharp. No, it's not. I could tell by the way it was cut in the paper that it's not shaving sharp, but it has a decent edge out of the box, but I wouldn't say it was really that sharp. I'll probably strop it a bit and see if that brings the edge up, and if not, I'll put it on the sharp maker, Spyderco sharp maker. I'm sure that'll take care of it. I'd say that's a decent edge coming out of the box, but I want it razor sharp out of the box. I did have a little bit of a blemish on mine right there, as you can see on the handle material. No big deal, it really doesn't bother me. Price. I paid, I believe it was $20.58 shipped from yourcornerstore.com. I think that puts the blade itself around 14 bucks or so. I think it's a nice value for $14. If you want something that's extremely small, like, check that out. That thing is tiny. I mean, this is look in comparison to my thumb. The size of the blade. If you're looking for something that's extremely small, I think it definitely would work out well for you. Talk about the lock up a bit. Extremely tight, no play up or down, which is always nice. The thumb stud is smooth. I would prefer that there would be some checkering on there, provide a little bit more traction, but not a real big complaint. But yeah, it's a cool little knife. I'd recommend it. I still want to check out the Warcom when I get some extra money. But I think this will do what I want it to. I'll just try to work on that edge a little bit, and if I have any problems getting a razor sharp edge on it, I'll let you know. But I don't think it'll be an issue. That's about it, guys. I'm gonna shoot a little bit of macro shots on it, so that's coming up next. But yeah, that's about it. Later, guys. Hey guys, here's the macro shots. Look at the blade there. Here's the spine of the knife with the jimping.